Sir, what is your opinion about Tamilians learning Hindi?
It's a good question, a live question, a burning question, very much in need for Tamilians. I can give you a few points. First of all, Hindi is a bridge between Sanskrit and Tamil. You see, Sanskrit is a language which is far above provincial diversities. It doesn't belong to any caste or creed. It is an international language having bundles of knowledge. So learning Sanskrit is good for anybody, an Italian or a Spanish or a Russian. And of course we find people learned in Sanskrit, they belong to several nationalities. So Sanskrit is not to be bound by any boundaries. So such a language is necessary for Tamilians also. But unfortunately, during the last 50 years, we have seen to it that the Sanskrit words used in Tamil are removed. We wanted Tamil to be pure. So we removed to our maximum capacity the Sanskrit words present in Tamil. And we invented new Tamil words to replace them. Okay, that's all right. But when you think of learning Sanskrit, or when you think of conversing with people of other states, people belonging to other states, none of them did this thing. They never removed Sanskrit words. India has more than 20 states. Nobody bothered about the Sanskrit mixture in their language. Nobody bothered. They thought it is a plus point. Only we did it. So, now when we try to understand Sanskrit or the ideas conveyed in Sanskrit, or when we want to converse with others, those people use very much of Sanskrit words. But now we are on a platform where pure Tamil is used, and for us, mixture of Sanskrit words has become a dream. So, what a Malayali or what an Andhraite can understand from the speech of others, a Tamilian cannot understand, because he is particular about purity of Tamil. So, on such an occasion, we need a bridge between Sanskrit and Tamil. We are not ready to learn Sanskrit all of a sudden, and we are not even qualified to understand Sanskrit with this much of purity of Tamil. When we learn Hindi is a broken form of Sanskrit only. Most of the words in Hindi are from Sanskrit only. For example, bhojanam, food. Bhojan is a Hindi word. It comes from the Sanskrit word bhojanam. So when you learn Hindi, the word bhojan conveys you that it talks about food. When you come across a Sanskrit sloka which talks about food, you will hear this word bhojanam. Then naturally your relative memory tells you that this indicates food. So it is easier for you to learn Sanskrit. Hindi is a very easy bridge between Tamil and Sanskrit. That is first point. Secondly, when we want to move with the rest of Indians, India is made up of many states. In the south we find Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, then Andhra, Orissa. These states are all called South Indian almost. These languages, the languages spoken in these states, have 50-50 mixture of Sanskrit. For them, Sanskrit is not very tough. They can pick up easily. So when they converse with others, even while they talk English, they use liberally Sanskrit words, the broken form of Sanskrit words. When you know Hindi, you can very easily converse with them. Further, people living in those states, they have no nausea against learning Hindi. All of them accepted Hindi. In India, Tamil Nadu is the only state which protested against Hindi. All the other states found no reason why they should protest against Hindi. They absorbed it. So if you talk Hindi, every Indian other than Tamilian will understand it. Only Tamilian cannot understand. So conversing with people belonging to other states is easy. Then, if you want to apply for a posting, a job in other states, say Uttar Pradesh or Kashmir or Bombay or even Bangalore or Hyderabad, if you know Hindi, you can easily manage because those people know Hindi. We people know, other than Tamil, only English. We give an excuse that English is an international language. So we can be in contact with all countries. Leave alone all countries. Talk about India. In India, in other states, English is not as useful as it is Hindi. So only if you are conversed with Hindi, you can communicate with them, you can get posting, you can get job. You cannot depend on one state only, Tamil Nadu only for employment completely. Then, Hindi movies, they have a reach over many parts of the world. Hindi movies are popular not only within India, but also in other countries, particularly Russia, Germany, Middle East countries, Arabia. In all those places, Hindi movies are welcome very much. When one Hindi movie is made, when one Hindi film is shot, do you know how many copies of Hindi movie they need to supply? They prepare more than 150 copies of one Hindi movie. Because so many countries expect a copy of Hindi movie. In those areas, Hindi movies are very much welcome. You must understand that. You must not live within the round walls of a well and think that this is my whole world, my language is enough to live. It's not like that. Move out, go outside, meet other people, go to other countries, see how life is going on. A Russian knows Hindi, an Arabian knows Hindi, a Persian knows Hindi, a German knows Hindi. Then that is so, why not we? Then Hindi literature comes closer. Every language has a good part, that is literature. Literature is above partitions. In Hindi, there are many authors who have created wonderful novels, poems, stories, and history books are very good there. Once you learn Hindi, windows are open to those areas. You come to know more and more of knowledge. No, but Draha, Vedas say, let knowledge come to us from every direction. Let us not close windows. For that, Hindi will be a good channel. Then, I tell you one thing, you compare a man who says, I know. You compare that man with another man who says, I do not know. Who is better? Whatever it be, it might be science, it might be other languages, it might be an art. Knowing a thing, knowing a branch of knowledge is always better than not knowing it. When you say that I know Hindi, you are more qualified to live in this world. When you say I do not know, that is a terrible disqualification. You go and tell anybody in the world, I do not know. I do not know physics, or I do not know maths, I do not know countries, I do not know Latin. These words, 4 words, I do not know, they cut you a very sorry figure of yourself. It's a terrible disqualification. When you say I know, you can feel proud of yourself. When you say I do not know, it's a terrible disqualification. It's a shameful thing. So at least for that sake you must learn Hindi. Then take the total population of India. It's more than 100 crores. Indian population is more than 100 crores. Among them, among the people of Indian population, what language is spoken by maximum number of people? What is the percentage? Tamil is not spoken all over India. Hindi is spoken by a higher percentage of people all over India than any other language. Next comes Telugu. If you push aside Hindi and calculate which is the most spoken language, it is Telugu, because Andhra is a big state. Tamil comes only very late. So at least you must understand one thing, that language which is spoken by most of the Indians, we must learn. When you go to Southeast, or when you go to Middle East, or when you go to Arabia or Dubai for a job, when the customs officials, they look at your passport, oh, you are from India, okay, then speak Hindi. He will start talking in Hindi, because all customs officials working in Middle East countries, it's a must for them to know Hindi. Because people going from the east, they can convey themselves by Hindi only. So, you must understand the necessity. Then, speak of the devotional literature in Hindi. Devotion, bhakti to God, that is above all divisions, all diversities. When we worship Rama, you will be surprised to know that there are so much of literature on Rama in Hindi. Ramayana itself is in Hindi. How many stotras are in Hindi for Rama or Lord Krishna? So if you are interested in devotional literature, Hindi is a must for you. Then, a normal proverb. More languages you know, more increases your knowledge. If I know 10 languages, I am open to more vista. When I go only one language, I have to restrict myself and my life and my activities within that one boundary only. When I know more than one language, I can expand my activities till that area where the knowledge of my languages reaches. So, be proud to learn more and more languages. Then I would like to give a personal comment. What is that? I would be ready to honor any person with a presentation of 1 lakh rupees to anyone who would give 10 valid reasons or arguments. Valid means uncounteractable arguments. Those arguments must be such that there are no answers for that. They must be able to give me 10 arguments proving that learning Hindi is bad for Tamilians. If anybody can prove that to me, I am ready to give 1 lakh of rupees to that particular person.